Really? Okay. Hey guys. Fancy meeting you here. I just had to go and run some of the, first of the month errands. Gotta, pay rent, do all those sort of things. So, it's all good. Wasn't expecting to find you guys all waiting for me when I came home, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. It's good to see you guys. How are you? By the way, I am Demon Bane. Welcome to the vlog. Hi everybody. Today I kind of want to sit down and just have a conversation. There's a lot of things that have happened in the last couple of days that actually surprisingly shocked me and are bothering me a lot more than I actually thought they would. Now, I'm mainly speaking about the death of Carrie Fisher and the death of Debbie Reynolds. While I did know Debbie Reynolds from a slightly different era than what she's most popularly known for. She's known for being a singer, playing in Singing in the Rain and other things like that. But I didn't know her. I knew Singing of the Rain, and I've seen that movie when I was a kid. But the fact that she was, the main character, it didn't register in my brain. I may have known it and seen the name on the credits, but it never really clicked that was Debbie Reynolds. The Debbie Reynolds that I know is from the Halloween Town movies from Disney Channel. That's the Debbie Reynolds that I know, and that I kind of watched as a kid, as Grandma Aggie. So that's the Debbie Reynolds that I know. Now, as for Carrie Fisher, obviously, to me, she is the character Princess Leia from Star Wars. She's done other movies like When Harry Met Sally, and she's an author and, a script doctor, which I only just found out about. I didn't know that before reading some of the stuff that she had done. I've never read any of her books. And I've seen her in a couple of movies. She did a small cameo in Smallville when I was watching that as the editor for when Chloe first comes to the Daily Planet as like a junior reporter or whatever. She presents her application to Carrie Fisher, who's the hard-nosed boss editor. And I understand and I can recognize that there is a difference between the character Princess Leia and the actor Carrie Fisher. I do know that there's a difference between the two. That being said, the fact that I identify her so closely with Princess Leia has really hit me a lot harder. But at the end of the day, when I'm reading a book, and I've read a lot of Star Wars books, a lot, and I know now they're technically not canon and they're legends and all that other garbage, there are certain books that in my heart I still consider canon. And one of those books, which is technically under the Legends title, is something I'm going to talk about right now. It is literally my favorite book in the Star Wars Legends collection or whatever. Now, I'm going to switch over from what I've been talking about and things like that. I'm talking about Princess Leia and what she's meant to me, not Carrie Fisher, because Carrie Fisher obviously didn't play these characters in these books. These books are written by various authors, which is their creative license on the character. So I'm just making sure that we're not, uh, people aren't thinking I'm insane. I'm a little crazy, but I do know that Carrie Fisher and Princess Leia are two separate people. Um, Princess Leia is somewhat of is a person that, and a character that I've always looked up to, as someone who could be strong, seriously, badass when she has to be, but she can also be a loving mother, a loving wife, um, and yet still take no nonsense from anyone. Um, she's been the senator, the chancellor of the New Republic in the Legends series. Um, in the Legends collection, she is the mother of Jason, Jaina, and Anakin Solo. And she goes through so much, especially in the books where Jason turns to the dark side, and she struggles so much with it, and yet still maintains, her ability to be, to lead the Republic, basically. Um, the book I'm going to talk about specifically now is a book called The Courtship of Princess Leia, and it's written by Dave Wolverton. Okay, it is a really good book, and it is literally my favorite book in the Star Wars Legends collection. And it basically revolves around basically Leia being courted by two people, both Han Solo and a character by the name of Prince Isolder, who is the prince of Ta'achum from the Hapes cluster. And it's all about how basically Han kidnaps her for a couple days and goes to this backwater planet that he wins, which ends up being Dathomir, which introduces us to the Night Sisters and things like that. And to an outside observer, to someone who, it can look like Princess Leia is kind of, that Leia is kind of going along for the ride in this one, but there's a lot of silent strength in Leia, and especially in this book, she's trying to protect she's trying to protect the New Republic and trying to strengthen the Republic and gain an ally in the Hapes cluster, while not she's trying to do the right thing for the greater good, and she's kind of caught in a catch-22, because either way she goes, she could end up hurting someone she cares about, whether it's Han or the New Republic, because she doesn't want to flat out insult Prince Isolder. And in the end, it pretty much ends with Han and Leia getting married. But it's a really cool story. Princess Leia is such an awesome character, and what Carrie Fisher herself has brought to this character, even in the new movie, The Force Awakens, where she is more hardened, and she's taken on the mantle of leading the new rebellion, or the alliance, or basically what the Rebel Alliance has become, and she's basically fighting, on her own as a leader. The two other big heroes of the Alliance have gone off. Han took off after his son turned to the dark side. Luke is taken off. which we don't exactly know why. But after all of his young Padawans and his new Jedi that he was training have all been killed by Kylo Ren, yet Leia stayed, took over leadership, took on the mantle of general, and she's just a very, very strong character. And I think while a lot of it is the way that Princess Leia is written, I think a lot of it also comes from Carrie Fisher. Um, there are aspects of Princess Leia that are taken from her personality and from what she has been through in her life. Um, Carrie Fisher is an amazing woman who has been through so much with her divorces, her bipolar disorder, her drug addictions. Um, she is a true hero. And I know this video has kind of been kind of a downer and me kind of rambling, but it's something that I felt that I needed to talk about with you guys and to kind of, I don't want to say vent, but vent. Carrie Fisher will always be a great part of my childhood that I will never forget. Princess Leia will continue to be a part of my life in the characters that are in the books, that are on screen, and I will continue to love Star Wars for as long as I live. And I don't usually do this, but I want to end my video with this. To all of the fans out there, and to all of Carrie Fisher's fans, and to Debbie Reynolds fans, and to her entire family, I want to say my condolences to you. Carrie Fisher is loved by all of us, and I want to say rest in peace, Carrie, and may the Force be with you.